Okay, did you guys see the Hobbit Battle of the Five Armies trailer yet?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty sick. This the singing I still can't get over. It was
I know.
it's pretty. I don't know. Wait, who was singing it again?
They were using Pippin's song.
From Return of the King. Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Billy Boy.
Oh, when the king was
Yeah.
when the king was eating his what was it? What was he having? Wasn't he like when was the king
Just like
eating?
his cherry tomatoes.
Yeah,
Wow.
Dead.
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, that was a weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, grape tomatoes. That's what he's eating. Yeah.
That was just a wonderful music choice. That wasn't even fair though. It's gonna make everybody cry. Almost made me cry.
I really thought it was a woman that was singing.
No,
Yeah.
it was Billy Boy.
Yeah, I was like, huh, I never heard of
I
her.
was trying to think if it was a different voice thing singing, but then I figured I was like, oh, that's Pippin. That's Pippin.
Yeah, I actually liked it. I like the way the tone of the movie was. It seems like it's going to be much more darker than the last two, because the last two Hobbits we've
Yeah.
had, they've been more like, let's go on an adventure, guys. Let's do something amazing. And then this one's more
Yeah.
like, no, dude, calm down. Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit under
It's
control.
getting real now.
Yeah, yeah. Some guy in the background.
Yeah, I think
Shit's
this
about to
will
get
be
real.
I think this will be a good close to the trilogy. A good close. And we'll have another trilogy done. And then we'll have to find another trilogy to fall in love with.
Yep. Maybe the
Yeah.
Silmarillion.
I don't know. The Hobbit really wasn't. This trilogy wasn't my favorite. I still like the Lord of the Rings one more.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
well,
course.
I feel
well,
like
the Hobbit wasn't meant to be a trilogy. It was just one book, and
oh yeah.
it was shorter than any of the Lord of the Rings. And I'm kind of shocked that they did make it a trilogy because, much as I love it, it was a lot of filler.
Actually, yeah, and originally Peter Jackson, he was supposed to actually do two Hobbit movies, then do the Lord of the Rings trilogy right after that. And then somehow the studio was like, no, dude, let's just change it around. Let's do Lord of the Rings first. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. And it was actually something he really didn't want to do, but ended up being like pretty much his precious baby. Like it made a whole bunch of money, and
Yeah.
but he realized how much work he put into it, and like he's like, I don't know if I want to do another one. That's why I feel like the Hobbit movies, they don't have a lot of soul and passion into them. Like there's like a lot of CGI compared to the last one, especially when it comes to the orcs. I wish most of them were more in like costume.
But the thing, but the thing is with the movies, the fillers are actually some of the fillers make sense. Like with Legolas, he was never in the book, but
No, he wasn't.
No,
he kind of makes sense if his father's in the book and the story. Why wouldn't he be there? But relationship with him and that one elf.
yeah, I think Legolas and I'm trying to think the dwarf's name is is it Gimli or what was his name?
Gimli?
Gimli.
Warren.
Yeah, I thought they had the best romance of the trilogy. So, yeah, those two, in my opinion, kind of saved it. They made it entertaining because when you follow the hobbits, Frodo, it was almost depressing in a way, and almost his whining got a bit annoying. Sam, what should I do? I'm like, Frodo, just shut the hell up. Like, come on, man.
Like Legolas and Gimli, or even Pippin and Merry.
Yeah, they were funny.
Just kind of
Yeah,
brighten your spirits.
Yeah, you need some lightness. And
Yeah.
I mean, they were never annoying. Like sometimes I get really annoyed by comic relief characters, but there was a balance.
yeah, but poor Sean Bean can't catch a break in like all the movies he's in. He always dies.
Yeah, well, that's just a foregone
He was
conclusion.
He did die National Treasure. He did not die National Treasure.
Yeah, but most movies like he dies, and which kind of sucks.
I know it's weird.
Because I think
Like, typecast that.
I don't know what it is. He's just good at dying. Like you have a good face for dying, man. We'll hire you. Poor guy. So the next.
Good at that.
Oh, and actually, before we move to the next trailer, this movie will be out December 17th, 2014. So I'm looking forward to that, and pretty much it'll be pretty damn close to Christmas. Next movie we're gonna talk about actually Horns. Pretty much little Harry Potter's in it.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe all grown up and speaking with an American accent, which is really interesting to hear.
Yeah.
A little bit surreal.
It's definitely weird.
Yeah, it's fresh. It's fresh stuff.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
And it is based on a book by actually Stephen King's son, Joe Hill.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah.
We'll talk about that a little bit later when we get into adaptations and source material.
Yeah, we're gonna cover that. No, yeah, the movie does look fresh. It does look somewhat, pretty original. I'm not gonna say something that's on my, I guess, number one on my list for movies to see in 2014 or anything like that. But I am looking forward to just see the way they do approach this movie. But it's not something I'm like, I need to rush and go see it once it comes out.
Yeah, I'll definitely be reading the book first and then watching it.
I'll read the book after. I'm a book after kind of. I can never read. Yeah. But is it me or does he sound older with the American accent?
Yeah, he does.
I don't know. He reminds me of what's that actor's name? Robert Pattinson from Twilight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I swear, just most British actors when they do the American accent, they almost sound the same. Most of them do. But I know when they first released on Movie Pilot, they released like, oh yeah, he has American accent. I was reading the comment section. All the girls like, oh my god, oh, it's so amazing. I'm like, I don't get it. Like I'm in the background like, huh, what's going on? Like, it didn't sound that special to me. I'm like, I have a friend that talks like that.
It's pretty interesting, but
Oh no, it's cool.
the most interesting thing about the movie.
Yeah, I just like the fact that I think he's trying a little bit of everything in his acting career. Like he's not trying to just be like, hey, I'm not just Harry Potter. I can do almost anything. He did. I think he's staying in the horror, section a bit because I remember Lady in the Black.
Yeah, the Woman in Black.
Yeah, Woman in Black.
He was great in that.
Yeah, I think he should stay that route. Do more dramas and probably horror movies. I think he'll be good at that.
But he needs to do a comedy. I want to see how good he's at comedy.
I was just thinking.
Yeah, that'll be funny too. My thing is just stay away from Seth Rogen because he'll probably throw a lot of Harry Potter jokes mixed with weed.
Lord,
yeah. Harry Potter jokes at him.
But I'll get old.
He should be in 23 Jump Street. There we go.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Have a cameo in that. Actually, there's one movie I would like to see him in if they did another Sherlock Holmes like type of movie. Like he was like a young Sherlock. I'd like to see that.
Oh, yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
That would, yes.
Yeah,
I would really like to see him I would love to see him try at being an antagonist, being evil. Like,
oh yeah, that'd be sick.
Moriarty.
That's not a bad idea. You know what? Have they ever had a James Bond villain that's like been young, like he's just a spoiled brat, but he just kind of had all like all the gadgets and everything?
I don't know.
I kind of want to see. Like,
I've never watched all the Bond movies, so I wouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't think they do. They're always older, men. I think there's one woman that was a villain.
Sophisticated, yeah.
Yeah, but I want to see a younger James Bond villain for some reason.
Kind of, like a younger, kind of cocky type villain. I think you could do that.
That'd be pretty cool. I want to see that.
Yeah, like a child prodigy.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We'll talk about that later on the podcast. Actually, we'll get to that, like talking about actors that we like to see in big movie franchises. So, pretty much Horns will be out October 31st, 2014. So definitely check that out. I'm gonna definitely check that
right
out.
around Halloween.
There we go. Wait, is that on Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much right there.
I won't be here. I'll be in Connecticut.
Oh wait, you know what? I might just see it because if it's on Halloween, I might just see it then. So next movie we're gonna talk about is actually more of an indie film. I know it's a sequel of a movie called Monsters.
Horns is an indie film.
This movie is called Monsters: Dark Continent, and pretty much pretty much it's pretty much what it says. It's just monsters in the Middle East, and American soldiers are fighting them. And the trailer looks badass. I want to see that movie so bad.
It looks really well done.
Yeah.
Especially for an indie film, yeah.
Yeah, and it definitely they say it's low budget, and I'm thinking to myself, low budget my ass. Like it really looks like something like a big studio probably made this. That's what it looks like to me.
It looks phenomenal.
Beginning, like after seeing, once I see the movie, if it's really good, I might start respecting indie films a little bit more.
Oh, you should. What, you haven't respected indie films? Some of the...
No, because a lot of them suck.
Oh, wow. Not really. Not in my opinion. I think a lot of great... There's a lot of great indie films in my opinion. And usually they put more like soul and bit art into it. They're not trying to get quick cash.
They take a lot of love and dedication.
Yeah, and I respect that a lot. Maybe I definitely recommend watching more foreign films as well, not just American films. A lot of films outside America are really good. So, but we'll get to that later, and we'll keep talking about monsters right now. So, what did you two think about it?
I love the fact that it was very brightly lit, and all of the action takes place in broad daylight, which is a pretty daring choice, I think, especially if you're relying heavily on CGI on a limited budget, because it would have been a real easy cop-out to just have it all be super dark and not really seeing like Cloverfield, or just, seeing kind of a tentacle here and there.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, it's broad daylight, it's right there, you can see everything. I thought that was a great choice, both stylistically and daring budget-wise.
Right, I agree. Kyle, what do you think?
I think the trailer is good. It looks like the monsters look really fresh. Like, they don't look like monsters we've seen before. They look kind of like octopuses out of water.
Yeah, they look original pretty much.
Yeah. Like what RoAnna said. Wow. Like the stylistic part of it, like how in daylight, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You just reminded me. They do look sort of like sea creatures, like anemones that have been adapted to survive in the desert.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Kraken. Cool. It reminds me of the Kraken, kind of. There was the really giant one I saw, like the mother monster.
Absolutely. Maybe you should watch the first one.
Yeah, well, I heard the first one wasn't that. I mean, it was good, but I heard some people say it wasn't that good. Like, I guess towards the middle, but they said the second one looks amazing, so it might be a huge step up. So we definitely got to see the first one. I think, what type of monster movie I think this is going to be. I think it's going to be like an evolution type monster movie. Like, it's probably like the Animal Kingdom, kind of like the next stage of evolution, kind of. I think they're going to do a weird twist like that. But I don't know. It just looks really, really cool. I like the fact that both of you said about that the monsters are going to be more in daylight, which is daring. It's I think a lot of monster movies nowadays, they're doing the whole, hey, we're gonna tease you with this little leg right here. You like that leg? Like, oh my god, yes I do. I like that Godzilla leg. Let me see the rest. And all of a sudden they just go like to just a random ass person, like, oh my god, I'm on fire. Like, what? Wait, hold on. I want to see. Like, hold on. Let's get back to the monster fight real quick. I hate that. Mm-hmm. It's definitely something that I just gets on my nerves a lot, and I'm happy that we're gonna see more monsters. We're gonna see them up close, and we're gonna see actually a larger variety of them too. Because I don't know if you guys, I think I mentioned this quite a few times, but there's a part towards the end of the trailer where there's a monster like the size of a.
What's that? You're breaking up a little.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, well, there's a monster. I'll explain that there's a big variety of monsters in this movie, or from what we can get from this trailer actually. And there's a monster that's almost the size of a bulldog, and there's ones that are the size of like a one-story building, and then two-story, and then you got the giant mother one that pretty much looks like a giant kraken. So that's what I like about a big variety of monsters. So but pretty much so would this be a movie that you too would you'd be eager to watch, or something like, I'll probably just wait till it comes out on on TV or whatever, or try to get it on DVD?
I will probably catch it on Netflix just because I don't get out to see a whole lot of movies right now with various life circumstances, so it has to be a really huge, super big event to make me go see it in the theater right now. But I will definitely find it on Netflix or online. All
right, sweet. What about you, Kyle?
I might see it. I'm not sold on it yet.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer didn't get me super excited, but it is an interesting concept. It looks good, and I am excited for it. I hope it does well.
Nice. So Monsters: The Dark Continent will actually be out November 28th, 2014. So it seems like Horns and Monsters will be out during the fall, and then the third Hobbit movie will be out in the winter. So that's actually, it's not a bad list if you think about it. So we'll wrap that up. We're gonna move on to video game to film adaptations. This is a really cool topic that I was dying to pretty much talk about. Um, Pretty much in Hollywood, there's this issue with video games becoming movies. A lot of them are not that successful in the box office. Pretty much a lot of them.
Pretty much every.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
think it's largely due to the fact that video games are often still not taken all that seriously as an art form.
well, I think the reason why I said a lot, I was trying to give a chance to for some reason I was trying to give a chance to Wreck-It Ralph, even though it's not really a legit video game. But I was thinking about it had a lot of.
It's not a video.
Yeah, but it was based on a lot of video games, like a lot of old school '80s, and
That was just like the little thing they added just to.
Yeah, but no. What I'm saying is this: there hasn't been a lot of big movie or video game related movies or big video game to films, like to movie adaptations that have been successful. And Wreck-It Ralph was the only thing I think of that actually pretty much involves video games. Was pretty big. And yeah, it definitely made people like, oh man, we want to see a second one, so we want to see a sequel for that. So.
Yeah, but I mean, Wreck-It Ralph wasn't a direct adaptation.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Giant homage.
Here's what I think of, like why I think video game movies aren't really that great. It's because most video games don't have a really strong story that can be adapted into movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like Need for Speed. I mean, you're driving around you don't even see the person. You're just driving around in a car.
Well,
That's a very good point.
And I don't see how you can really make a movie off of that without really kind of not basing it off of the game. But then there's movies or games like Assassin's Creed where there's a story, but it's not that strong enough to really be adapted into a movie.
Yeah.
Games like that.
The other thing is that video games are often a very subjective first-person individual experience, especially if the game is built on choice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, one of the games that I would personally love to see made into a movie, only if it were handled really well, is the Mass Effect series by BioWare. But that game, by its very nature, its primary foundation is built on player choice, and the choices you make dramatically shift the gameplay. And so I think it would be really difficult to create a movie that would satisfy everyone from a game that has so many choices.
Yeah.
Betting everybody plays different parts of it and all that.
Yeah. My thing is, I think I might have to disagree and agree with a bit with both of you. In a way, I actually think the video games, a lot of them, actually, yeah, quite a bit of them do hold a really rich storyline, and I think they actually can be turned into a movie, like a really good one. I just think we always get a lot of somewhat mediocre directors most times. A lot of people that don't really take it serious. They're like, well, it has a fan base of its own.
Yeah.
Really. Like, for instance, you said Need for Speed. Well, my thing is this. We have a freaking Fast and Furious. That's just dudes driving around in cars. Yeah, you have a okay storyline, but it's not the strongest in my opinion. It's just a lot of racing and cool effects.
It didn't really get strong until the fifth movie.
But if you think about it, it's almost the same thing as the video game Need for Speed. If you want to make Fast and Furious,
those have Paul Walker in it. So shut up.
Yeah, well, if you what I'm saying is this: if you took Fast and Furious and made it into a video game, it would almost be very similar to Need for Speed. Like you just kind of have characters like, oh, I kind of care about them, but most people, like from what I know, from what I talk to about the Fast and Furious franchise, they're like, nah, I just want to see really cool racing. I want to see the cars, what they look like. And maybe Vin Diesel kick some ass with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but nothing really that crazy. And I'm like, man, it's a so complex story. That's why I watch these movies. So, no, I think Need for Speed could have been, way better than what it was. But I just think just because most people probably think it's like a bastard child of Fast and Furious in a way. They kind of like, yeah. But some video games I could think of that would be really great would definitely be the Halo franchise. That actually has a really good storyline.
Yeah.
Halo, even if you read I don't know if you two have ever read the books, but I used to read the books back in middle school. Yeah,
No, I have not.
the books are great, and I think that's another thing I think we should mention in this section is that a lot of video games, if they don't have that much strong storylines, when you're playing it and whatever, well, a lot of the video game studios, what they'll do, they'll get authors, they'll get people to write a book about it, and usually the books are way better than the video games.
Yeah,
much.
Going back to Mass Effect, they actually have several supplement novels, and they really get into a lot more detail.
Yeah, they're really great, and I actually had the Mass Effect books, actually. So,
that's cool.
I do. So I have the Mass Effect, I have the Gears of War books, and those are actually really great.
Oh, and graphic novels, too. They also do a comic book tie-in.
Yep. And also a really good example that would probably make a really great movie would be Tom Clancy's video games. He's a really great author, and rest in peace to Tom Clancy, but he makes great novels, and a lot of his novels have been turned to video games, and I think the next step, I would love to see a lot of video games become movies, because they actually do have really strong storylines. They have, I'm trying to think, he has a new game coming out, but I know it's like a post-apocalyptic world, and it's almost like, it's weird, like you can pretty much control, it's almost like, have you seen the trailer for this video game called Watch Dogs? How you can actually control like electronics from from a phone. You can hack into anything through a phone.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that sounds really cool.
Yeah, so I would love, that would make a cool actually movie, actually, Watch Dogs. But no. So you two are kind of like you just think video games don't have strong enough storylines.
Oh no, I think that video games are often have very intricate storylines. I think that it's just neglected as a genre. I think that people don't take them seriously enough as an art form, and I think that we should get some more directors who are fans, really, and who really do appreciate the storylines.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think definitely more video games should focus more on story, and I think we're kind of going to that era now. If you do follow video games, we're starting into stronger storylines. I know they've been focusing a lot on visuals and all that, but a lot of studios are kind of like wait, we need to focus on a stronger storyline, because some people might just get bored of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I
think that we are growing a little weary of just overwhelming visuals now, especially with the 3D advent.
Yeah,
so it's starting to seem just a little gimmicky.
And
I hate 3D.
Yeah, I'm
so I wear glasses, so it's really difficult for me to watch 3D.
Yeah, I can't stand 3D. I can't stand sitting in movie theaters wearing these glasses. I feel uncomfortable wearing them sometimes. I'm like, oh god. But there's one video game, pretty much to film adaptation that I'm really excited about is World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, I only played the game probably maybe twice. It wasn't that fun to me, but I always liked the idea of it, and it was reminding me of someone.
The closest I ever came to that was the South Park episode.
Oh yeah, and
that was actually pretty fun.
And South Park makes it look fun too. They made it look like, oh my god, I want to try this. And that's how I got into it, actually. I'm happy Kyle brought that up, because that's how I got into World of Warcraft. Because I saw a South Park episode, so I actually tried it out, and it was okay.
I wanted to play it after that, but I never played it.
Yeah,
a friend got me into it a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I remember I tried playing it, and most people really didn't talk much. I thought a lot of people would be talking to me. It was very awkward. Everyone kept asking me.
Hey. It was like...
No. I remember I was talking to this one gamer, and it was actually, yes, it was a girl, and so I thought. I said, hey, what's up? And all I heard was this, yeah, nothing much, just, nothing much, man, just... I'm like, what the hell? There's a lot of females that are played by dudes, so it's kind of strange.
I wonder why that is.
Yeah, I don't know, it's a weird fetish, but it's...
Well, I mean, you get to run around looking at a hot girl.
Holy shit. Why did that make... I cried too much when I laughed. Oh, that's funny.
But if they ever they ever make a movie off Minecraft, I'm literally going to sue someone or shoot someone or something. I hate
Really?
Minecraft.
Do you say you're gonna shoot somebody?
Why?
Shoot someone. I hate Minecraft.
Or why do you hate Minecraft? Explain.
It's so stupid, and I hate the graphics. And
Well, I think it's purposely to look like that. It's pixelized. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Minecraft, but I'm not gonna shoot anybody or sue them because they want to make a movie into it. They probably will just because listening to this, like, huh, good idea, Kyle. Now we're gonna mess up your life. You're probably going insane. Why? Why are they doing it?
Lying in wait.
Yeah. Any moment now, he's gonna bring it up. Oh wait, I just thought of one. They're making a Sly Cooper movie. I just thought about that. I don't know if you ever played Sly Cooper on PS2. It's an old game.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're making that. I forgot. Yeah, they're making a movie out of that. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
And okay, we're actually we need to go back to World of Warcraft. We almost ranted off that. We need to talk about that real quick. So wait, are you two are both excited about it or not? What do you think about it? Do you guys see any pictures? I think that set pictures a while ago for the movie.
I've not seen those. I think I'm gonna withhold judgment until I see the set pictures and a little bit more about it.
Yeah, and what about you, Kyle? What do you think?
I haven't seen the set pictures yet.
All right.
I'm not enthusiastic about it, but I mean, it could turn out to be something good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, just on principle, hooray, more video game movies. Hopefully it'll be well done.
The thing I'm skeptical about is like the story, and I don't really know what you can do with it.
They have from what I know they have a lot of multiple stories. They definitely they go back and forth, and that's why I'm pretty confident about this movie. And usually I don't want any movie to fail because I mean it'd be kind of like a waste of money for me to go go through and go, I hope this fails or this sucks. No, I do want it to do well because I want to enjoy it, but I think they had something really good for them when they picked World of Warcraft because you can make a huge franchise. Could be, I'm just saying, it could be another big franchise like Star Wars or maybe Lord of the Rings. Because you have so many different stories and different characters.
Don't compare it to
Absolutely. I hope they decide to do something really interesting with this first movie and don't do just the whole, standard human warrior.
Right. Yeah, and especially the whole. The alpha male guy, like the one dude that saves everybody. Don't worry, guys, I got this. Who the hell are you? I'm the chosen one. Like what? Like get out of here. I actually want to see a. Yeah, they actually have a storyline about an orc. Like the orcs is actually like the main character, which I don't know why, but I want to see that for some reason. Because you always look at them like they're ugly and evil, but I want to see like a storyline just kind of following like an orc the whole time.
Yeah, I'd love to see a sympathetic orc.
That'd be pretty sick. He's not even unsympathetic. He's just a badass. Like, you don't even feel sorry for him. You're like, this guy's cool as hell.
Oh, no, I mean just sympathetic as in likable.
Oh, alright, yeah. Apologies, people.
That's what everyone wants to get. Whatever, that's, yeah.
Another, I guess, I think Michael Fassbender's been working on is the Assassin's Creed movie.
Which is now, which has a lot of skepticism behind because it does not have a release date anymore.
Yeah, that definitely can ruin things. Was there anything else that news, or did they just say that it was pretty much no date?
They just shifted. I think they shifted when they announced Deadpool. I think they shifted Fantastic Four, and then a couple of their movies, but they didn't give Assassin's Creed a release date.
Oh,
so
damn!
I was wondering what has happened.
Dude, that sucks.
Michael Fassbender's busy schedule, we don't know when this movie can come out now.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay. All right. That sucks. Because I was actually pretty excited about that because I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan.
Yeah, seriously.
And it definitely has a really cool. Like actually, that's actually one game that has a really cool storyline.
Absolutely.
And
with the dual timelines.
Yep. Yeah, and how the Templars are actually like evil. Assassins are actually good. They're trying to keep everything in balance. Yeah, and come to find out the Templars are like some of the most famous people in history. Like George Washington was a Templar, and Assassin's Creed, I think it was 3, because the third one was focusing on a half Native American. I forgot what tribe he's part of. and his father was a European man. I think he was like British.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty cool storyline, actually. And I'm not bringing about race and all that crud. I'm not making a big deal of it. But what I'm saying about the Assassin's Creed franchise is actually pretty damn diverse when it comes to its characters.
That is important.
Yeah, when it comes to males, females, ethnicity, and all the culture, that's something I'm really excited about. And I hope they don't just make one game and just follow this, or even make three. I mean, not one game, excuse me, but one movie and just focus on just that character, and then say, okay, sequel, let's make focus on just the same character again from the first movie. I think what they should do, talk about I forgot. I'm trying to think of the first character's name. Do you guys remember the first character's name?
SEO?
No. SEO was that was the first one. I think they should focus on the first one, that character, and the second one they should move on.
What I heard they were making up a new character.
Oh, that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, Fast Everyone's gonna play him and all that.
I just think they should definitely have fun with all the characters from the video games as well. Mix it up.
Or like mention them or hint at them.
Or have them in the movie and let them do some cool stuff.
They might, but we don't know what. And we don't know what era. And we don't know what year this is gonna be in. So it can be in it can be modern time. It can be.
I hope not.
During Civil War or Revolutionary War, or it can be back during the Dark Ages.
You know what I would like to see? Yeah, Dark Ages. There we go. I like to see definitely.
I would like to see all of them actually. I'd like to see it start in the Dark Ages.
I want to see all of them too. I know they had this one character. It was a really cool female character actually, and it was based in she was Cajun. Her mother was, I don't know if her mother or father. One of them was white, and I think is somewhere from Europe. No, French actually, because that's where Cajun came from. There's a lot of French settlers that came in, and they mixed up with people that were black, or probably servants, or even royalty too. So, and she was a really cool character.
That was in 3, right?
No. Three had no, you're right. Yeah, it was in 3 because you had Achilles, and that was his that was one of the teachers of Connor. There we go. Connor was the main character for Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
He was really cool. I liked him. So yeah, definitely Assassin's Creed would be it could be a huge franchise as well if they take advantage of it.
A huge loyal fan base.
Yeah, but I think the other issue is a fan base can get you so far, because at the same time, the people that really make you money are people that don't even really play the games, because if you think about it, let's just say this: 1 million people play Assassin's Creed, right? Or are big fans of it. Well, yeah. If you have 1 million people buy, movie tickets, that's not going to take your movie anywhere. That's really low actually for a movie. So you need.
But then I guess there's word of mouth, and fans will bring their families, they'll tell their friends, and that's how it grows.
Yeah, and most times what you gotta do, and I think that's why they'll probably go with a different character, like Kyle's mentioning. They'll probably pick just a different character, just because. So. You have really hardcore Assassin's Creed fans won't say, "Oh, that's not how that character would act like. He didn't act like that in the video game. You got it wrong." So you can have pretty much a completely original character where no one could really say, "Hey, that it wasn't connected source material," which will be our next section actually. But they will say, "Yeah, that's not source material," and all that. So I'm happy they actually went with the original character. So
that's what I think. A new character would be better.
Yeah. And so the next section we're going to go to is actually source material. Source material is something that's been brought up in a lot of movies, especially superhero movies. And pretty much what's the best thing pretty much the best topic we could talk about for this section would be Deadpool. Deadpool is breaking news all over movie pilots, breaking news all over a lot of movie websites, and pretty much, I'm really excited. You guys are both of you excited about that movie?
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
Ever since Well, I was excited years ago when we heard that Deadpool was going to appear in, I think, Wolverine Origins.
Yeah.
Origins Wolverine, but then he showed up and they took his mouth. And,
Yeah.
oh, that's just terrible. You can't have the Merc with a mouth without a mouth, man.
Yeah, he starts talking to you like this. What do you say?
Come on. That was terrible. So yeah, it's about damn time. He's got his own
He just moved his head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. He looked
there
like.
was nothing redeemable about that movie.
He looked like that
man.
one dude from Mortal Kombat. What's his name? Barack or something? Barrack? Blah blah blah. I don't know his name. I know a lot of Mortal Kombat fans will be mad at me for saying that. I can't say his name now. Shit. Hey, what's his name? What the hell's that character's name?
Google it, but
We're not gonna get sidetracked. We will come back to that. I'll figure that name out. But I'm really excited about the Deadpool movie.
The Deadpool news is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
want
gosh! And
rated
you know,
R.
he has to break the fourth wall at some point.
He will.
He needs to talk directly to the audience.
Just once, man. Just talk once to us. Like,
I know.
Which is like the
just say hi to me.
Little yellow boxes.
Yeah,
He'll do it. It'll be fun.
I would love to see.
And what I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I heard this somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember where I heard it. It may have been Movie Pilot, but someone was saying he mentions Avengers and Spider-Man and why all three of and the X-Men and why they're not all in a connected universe. He just makes a joke off of it.
Nice.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, and you know what I would love to see? I would love to see dialogue bubbles like you see in comic books. I would see that randomly pop up,
yes.
but it wouldn't be really for him. It'd be for his conscience that's talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think you should do this.
Yeah,
This is a bad idea. What are you talking
Little
about?
shoulder angel and shoulder devil.
Yeah, there we go. I would see that. And one thing I'm really, really, really excited about is pretty much the action in it. Deadpool is really over the top with his fight scenes, with the guns, the sword.
He needs the action and his mouth. He's over the top, but they need to get that perfect.
Yeah, and that will lead us to definitely the source material part. A lot of people are really kind of nervous or kind of skeptical about the whole. Hey, wait, I'm not sure if it's gonna be. It will be good at PG-13, or should we keep it rated R? Like which side should we pick?
I don't think it should be that hard to keep it PG-13.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people.
I mean, they really only rate stuff R for like super graphic sex scenes, and I don't think that's something that we need necessarily.
Yeah.
The thing is, I mean, just with how what a bad mouth he is.
Yeah.
Rated R, but then plus the blood and gore from his character.
Well, you know what I think? I think it could be a really exciting movie, even if it's just PG-13, because from the little concept of the trailer we got, that was all CGI. I said the action was still good enough, and even the comedy was pretty much it gave me a few chuckles. I think it was good enough for a PG-13 rating. And what I realized, a lot of PG-13 movies that are out actually have way more action than the rated R movies. And I'm not even kidding. Like, I've noticed that a lot. And I think you could still have tons of action, people dying. Well,
with PG-13, he won't really have as much as a bad mouth as he.
Well, okay, think about this.
Otherwise.
Think about this, man. Did you see Captain America: The Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you see how much action that was? And then even I think they slipped like 2, maybe 3 curse words in that. That were, I think if you can make a movie or even a character, you can make a character like Captain America into like almost a spy in a way, and make it to a political drama type of movie. Imagine, and it's PG-13. Imagine what you could do with a Deadpool movie, with PG-13. I still think
it's a lot different.
I don't know. I still think it's possible. I still think you can still have a lot of cool action in it.
Yes, but I think it requires a lot more work.
Well, have you seen? Wait, what were you gonna say?
I think it just requires a lot more work because in PG-13 you only can drop one F-bomb. You can only say a certain amount of curse words and show a certain amount of blood, and that can really piss fans off.
A fun way to get around that would be comic book cursing. Like, what if it appeared above his head and it was like the comic book curse symbols?
Yeah, there we go. That'd be funny. I would like to see that. Because you know what, he doesn't really.
Or they can bleep it out.
Yeah, but really, the thing is, they don't even when I read some of his comics, he doesn't really like throw the f bombs. Like they never really write the full curse word out. So maybe it really isn't that necessary to have it rated R. I think a lot of people just kind of like, are you like, because they're so used to Deadpool just being over top with the blood and all that. They're saying, oh, it has to be rated R. Because even I think I made an article a while ago about a rated R Wolverine movie. I kind of take that back a bit. I was like, you know what? I still think Wolverine can still be a savage.
That article was great.
Yeah,
that article was great though. He would be amazing as rated R.
But I kind of take it back a bit. I still think he could still be savage and brutal and still have a lot of cool action scenes, even if it was PG-13. I just think they focus way too much on random romances, which kind of ruins it for me. Like they just go,
absolutely.
like he's just stuck in the past. I miss Jay or Jean so much. Oh God, Jean Grey. I'm like, dude, she's like gone now. Just move on. Like you're freaking Wolverine.
Spoiler: now she's back.
Well, Jean Grey has died like 6 times.
It's annoying.
And come back, and there's more to the story than Phoenix.
Right, and
she died like 6 times, really.
Something like that.
Oh my gosh! In the comics and in the movies, well, really anything that deals with the X-Men, you have Jean Grey dying and Scott's angst and Logan's angst and then the Phoenix, and I'm just so tired.
It's almost like Twilight in a way again.
Now, spoiler alert. All that in the movies is now reversed, so...
okay.
It gets old. It gets old, though. But the whole like, relationship gets old.
Come in, too. That's how... Because and this is a spoiler for Days of the Future Past, they reverse time, so now the only movies that are that are now, like, on the timeline is First Class and Days of Future Past, so X-Men Origins does not exist.
Well, hallelujah.
Yeah.
So now we
praise
have
to
an
Jesus.
actual Deadpool.
I don't know, but like I said, I'm just kind of getting tired of the whole like 3-way relationship. Like she's like, "Which guy should I pick?" I'm like, just go with Scott. Just shut up and go with Scott.
Enough love triangles.
Let Wolverine do his thing. Leave him alone. But yeah, no, I think we'll see what happens. I still think Deadpool will be fine. And what I was going to bring up to Kyle about I was about to ask him, have you seen the James Bond movies? Those are the last James Bond movie was PG-13 as well. I think it was. And it was really good at action. And it was,
Skyfall?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think...
I didn't watch... Wait, did I watch that?
It has Skyfall... Yeah, it was PG-13. And it almost it reminded me of The Dark Knight Rising, kind of. Which is weird. Because he's like old. He's like... I'm back in action now. James Bond Rising. That's what it should have been called. That movie was weird.
James Bond. James Bond Rises.
So, next part we're going to talk about, when we're still talking about source material, but one thing I want to talk about in this section is that, do you think source material is key? Is it very important? Do you think it's something that's a must? Especially when it comes to superhero films or comic book films, do you think they should really stick to 100% of it and be like, hey, you know what? Maybe you can keep their names, of course, keep their powers, but not everything has to be 100% just like it.
I think, like, depending on the movie, and the character, but like bring Johnny Storm into this, I think Michael B. Jordan, is perfect cast for him with his personality and his acting chops.
Yeah.
But there's other characters like Black Panther where I think he needs to be black or stuff like that.
Well, yeah, that's his entire deal.
Well, yeah, and
So it just all depends on origin.
Yeah, that's
whether
true.
It'll work or not.
What about you, RoAnna? What do you think?
I think that source material is one of the most important considerations when you're making an adaptation, whether it's from a book or a graphic novel.
Yeah.
I'm a real book nerd. I'm a book purist, so when I see things that seriously branch off from the canon, it rubs me a little the wrong way.
Yeah.
I think that they should stay as true to the books as possible. I realize that, like, with huge things like the Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, that everything isn't going to make it in, and you will have to take creative liberties, but the spirit of it should be kept the same, if not the letter.
Yeah, man, I'm stuck between the same thing again. I'm agreeing with one half, and I'm disagreeing with the other half again. I think source material is important to a certain extent. What I mean that is that, when it comes to comics, a lot of people go, well, you should stay true to source material. You should stay true to the story and everything. Well, that's a vague statement, or that's pretty vague to say because there's so many different versions and different realities or alternate universes of comics, and and not just that. What you about to say, Kyle?
And there's some things that work on paper but that don't work on movies, or that work in movies but don't work on paper. So
and the other thing is that comic books actually change way more and way faster than on film. So one day, like I said, right now we have the Falcon as Captain America. No one saw that coming. So a lot of people are like, okay, are they gonna put that in the movie? And I remember the director was like, well, I don't know. Like they're kind of like kind of juggling that question around. Like they're like, I don't know, because the comic it's on they're on a different time, like a different time zone in a way. Like they're just doing their own thing. And I don't think it has to match step by step with comics because they change so damn much. I think. My thing, like I said, if you're sticking with when you try to make a comic book film, keep Spider-Man his name Spider-Man. Don't make him Spider Lad, Spider Dude, whatever. It's Spider-Man. When it comes when it comes to Peter Parker, I wouldn't mind having what Peter looks like in the comics. A Caucasian male and the glasses. All that doesn't bother me. Because that's the whole point. That's what he looks like. But it also wouldn't bother me if you had open casting and it was like a whole bunch of guys of different skin color, and all of a sudden you say, you know what? Even though that one kid looks real just like Peter, he looks just like him. But the other kid that pretty much he's nerdy, goofy, but he happens to be Middle Eastern descent or whatever. Well, and he's and he brought more to the table than the other kid. Well, which one do you want to pick? This is a movie. You want a good actor, right? So for Peter, it doesn't seem like he's that. Because for Spider-Man, he's not that type of character where I guess his skin color and all that doesn't really matter. And like you tackled before about Black Panther, he was pretty much created to be black. So those are the type of things that I think do matter when it comes to source material. If their skin color or even maybe religion, I guess not really, because anyone could pick any faith they want in a movie. But when it comes to skin color, if in the comments they say, hey, this is the way he is, or that's where he's from, then that's when the actor should look pretty much just like that character when it comes that way. But source material is like 50-50 in a way. That's my pretty much answer to it. 50-50. It matters. It doesn't matter. So
I think that there's a balance because if your changes are going to make it less progressive and say make a character of color white, that's not acceptable, or to make a gay character straight, that's not.
That's not. Yeah.
Or people are just changing race just to appeal to the audience.
That's not like really in the new Constantine TV show. John Constantine is canonically bisexual in the comics, and he's going to be straight in the TV show. And
I remember that.
That's not okay. That's a step backwards. And
they
need to address that.
They're kind of scared about certain things, and my thing is you don't have to be extreme about it.
All right. Hey. I have no idea what happened. I guess the Skype was still actually going too. I can still hear the noises.
Evan, your voice is all high pitched.
Your voice high pitched too. Ew.
Hey, we're triplets.
We're triplets. That's weird. And Kyle sounds like a freaking perv.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, you sound high as hell.
Are we really? Wait.
Hello, podcast listeners. As you can hear, we just had a little technical difficulty that resulted in all of us being turned into chipmunks. Until then, that was Talk Nerdy to Me with your host, Evan Lee, Kyle Watkins, and me, RoAnna Sylver. You can check out the rest of our work at moviepilot.com. Thank you very much for listening. We hope you enjoyed us. Have a great day and stay nerdy. Now enjoy some music by Blunted Beats.